everyone, and welcome to INC Kids Adventures. I'm Cameron Eliana from Fallbrook, California. Are you ready to go on an adventure today? Let's find out where this episode will take us.
We've landed at Time to Draw. Hi, INC Kids. I'm Brother James. You may know me from Time to Draw, but I'm also a children's worship service teacher. Today we're going to learn a Bible story about the creation of all things in the beginning. Then we're going to learn how to draw. Let's watch this episode of Bible Time. Remember to pay close attention. I'm going to be asking you some questions at the end of the story.
In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth was formless and empty, and the ocean was engulfed in total darkness. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. On the second day, God created the firmament, an expanse or space that would divide the waters. Water was placed both under and above this firmament. God called the firmament heaven or sky. On the third day of creation, God commanded the waters under heaven to be gathered together in one place to let the dry land appear. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters He called sea. God also commanded the earth to produce different plants and trees. So the earth produced all kinds of plants and vegetation, each with its own distinctive size and shape. The land also brought forth trees that bore fruit. The earth became colorful. God made two great lights on the fourth day, the greater light to rule the day, and the smaller light to rule the night. The first light was called sun. The second was called moon. He also created the stars, which twinkle in the night. When the fifth day came, God said, "Let the waters be filled with many kinds of living beings, and let the air be filled with birds." It was God who created all the creatures that live in the sea. He also created the birds that fly from tree to tree and give forth different musical sounds. On the sixth day, God created the land creatures. He gave them different forms and features. Some of them were tame, others wild. Some were big, others small. After God had created animals, He created man. God made him from the dust of the ground, gave him breath, and he became alive. This was Adam, the first man on earth. However, God saw that Adam was all alone, so God created a companion for man. He made Adam fall into a deep sleep. He then took out one of his ribs and formed the woman out of it. Eve was the name of the first woman. She became the wife of Adam. To this first couple was given the obligation to honor and glorify God. God looked down at what He had created during the first 6 days and was very pleased. By the seventh day, the Almighty God finished what He was doing, and He rested from all His work.
Now, let's see what we remember from the story of the creation. What did God create on the first day?
Light.
Light. And on the second day, what did God create?
The firmament, which He called heaven.
The firmament. What did God create on the third day?
The land, the seas, and the plants.
The land, the seas, and the plants. What did God create on the fourth day?
The sun, the moon, and the stars.
The sun, the moon, and stars. What did God create on the fifth day?
The sea creatures and birds.
The sea creatures and birds. What did God create on the sixth day?
The land creatures and man.
The land creatures and man. What did God do on the seventh day?
He rested or stopped working.
He rested or stopped working. Who did God create out of the dust of the ground?
Adam.
Adam. And after breathing life into Adam, who did God create out of one of Adam's ribs?
Eve.
That's right. And what does God's creation of all things in the beginning prove? It proves that God is almighty. And therefore, what must people do?
Worship our Almighty God.
Exactly. God is almighty. He created all things, and we must therefore worship Him. All right, INC kids, I hope you have your drawing materials ready. Let's draw a nature scene. So let's go ahead and draw a beautiful landscape scene. All right, so we'll have a bunch of trees, maybe some mountains, and a nice sky. Okay, a lot of this will be done in color, but before we do that, why don't we go ahead and do a rough sketch so we know where everything will go. So first of all, I like to have in the foreground of the picture like a very, very big tree, like right at the front here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sketch out a tree here. So just very roughly and loosely with a pencil, I'm just gonna rough out a tree. So these will be like pine trees. So that's the side of it, and this is the bottom of the tree like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and draw a trunk of a tree down here. So draw a couple of lines down here, like that. And I would like a patch of grass that kind of goes around here. So I'm just gonna sketch a line here. Okay, so as you see here, this is all very rough. This is just so we can see where everything's gonna go. But a lot of this will be done in the color stage, okay? So what I'd like this to be is the edge of a river bank. So I wanna add like a little river in here. So I'm gonna also draw another line that goes from here all the way around here like this. Okay, like a curved line here. So this is like a river bank here, or river. That's a river. This side will have grass. This side will have grass too. Now let's go ahead and draw some more trees. Maybe like a mid-ground tree. We're gonna draw another tree that will go here. So we're gonna make it more like a triangle shape here, okay? So again, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is very, very rough, okay? Don't press too hard. This is just so we know where everything is. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw two lines that go down here like this, okay? I'm gonna also add maybe some bushes here, so maybe do some like semicircles here like this, like so. And then let's go ahead and add a little bit of trees that go down here. But what we want to do is have the trees go smaller in size going back, okay? And that will give the illusion that the trees are going far away in the distance here, okay? So I'm gonna draw some triangles here, but getting progressively smaller, like this. Again, very rough here, very, very rough, okay? This was just so we have a guide, okay? Just so we have a guide where these trees will be, okay? And then we're gonna draw more trees in the background here, but we'll do that in color, all right? Now let's go ahead and draw some mountains. What will these mountains look like? Well, let's draw like one big mountain here. So what I'm gonna do is starting from this tree here, I'm gonna draw a curved line that kind of goes up like this to maybe here, okay? And then I'm gonna draw another curved line that goes from here and down. And then I'm gonna draw a little curved line that goes from here and curves down like this, okay? So it gives the mountain a little bit of dimension here, okay? And then we're gonna draw another, on this side here, we're gonna draw another triangle, kind of a triangle. You draw a line that goes up and down like so. And then I'm gonna draw a little swooping line that goes like this, okay? So it's like another mountain in the back of this mountain. And then we're going to draw another one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that goes up here and down, and then up again, like that. Let's draw another mountain maybe back here. Maybe from down this line, maybe from this point here. I'm going to draw another curved line that goes up like this, and then down. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and draw a sun up here? Why don't we do that? So let's draw a circle here, like so. And it's going to have sun rays here, so let's draw the rays like this. Okay, again, very loose, very rough, because we're going to do the fun part with the color here. And then let's go ahead and draw in the clouds here. If you remember from our previous episodes, I taught you how I like to draw clouds. I'm going to go ahead and draw like a semicircle here, and another one, a few of them, like so. Maybe more. And you could vary them in shape. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing here. And then we would draw some lines that go like this. Just like that. Okay? So this is our very rough drawing here. Okay? This is our rough drawing. Now let's go ahead, and you could use a black marker or you could use a darker marker. We're going to go ahead and reinforce some of these lines here. So with the dark marker here, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do some whoop whoop lines. If you guys remember the whoop whoop lines, we're going to go whoop 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 whoop, just like that. Whoop 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 whoop, like that. And then we're going to do some underneath there like this, just like that. Now, if you want on this side too, you could even add some on this side if you want. Okay, so you can see the tree here, right? I'm gonna add a couple of lines here too for the trunk of the tree. All right, let's do the same thing over here. We're gonna do the same thing, okay? Whoop, 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 whoop. We're gonna whoop, whoop a lot here. Okay, and you're gonna add a little bit underneath here like this. And then adding a couple lines for the trunk, okay? And do that for all of these, okay? Again, you could add as many trees as you want to this. You can only add a few if you want to for this also, okay? So that's what we are going to do here. Okay, if I am going too fast for you, feel free to pause the video. Feel free to pause so you can catch up and take your time. And most importantly, have fun. That's the most important part. And then we're going to go ahead and draw this riverbank here. So we're going to make it a little bit higher. Like that. And for here, I'm going to, instead of a straight line like this, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more whoop-whoop lines going up like this. Okay? Now let's go ahead and outline these mountains here. Okay, you could be a little sketchy with your line. That's fine. Up like this. And then down. And then we're going to draw a little curved line like so. Let's do the same here, just to outline the lines that we already have. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. Very nice. Okay. Now if you want, you could also do this, the clouds and the sun. That's up to you. Or we could do this with color, but I'm going to go ahead. And then add your sun rays here. There you go. And then go ahead and outline those clouds. You could add as many clouds as you want. If you want to, you could even add some birds. How you can make a bird? Well, you could do like little M's for birds. As many as you would like. Maybe like that. Okay, so you can already see this coming together here, okay? So I'm gonna just add a few more lines here for the trunks of the trees. I don't wanna draw the bottom. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so now I want you to break out your markers, okay? Break out your markers or your colored pencils or whatever you're going to use to color. And we're going to start coloring these, all right? Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now you could add people here if you want, you could add animals if you want. Okay, you could add different types of flowers and all of that. You could totally add this to your still life here. But one thing you really, really need to do at the end of this is at the bottom here, let's go ahead and sign your name and be proud of the artwork that you put together. And there it is. This is our landscape drawing. Great work, INC kids. So what should we learn from this story? We should remember, God is almighty. He is our great creator, and as members of the Church of Christ, it is our duty to serve him forever. Good job, INC kids. So proud of all of you. Now, don't leave just yet. We're going to have an active break and then hang out with our friend, Klay the koala. Klay and I would love to see your work. Please send your drawings to info@incmedia.org. And you could tag me on my Instagram account @BoxOfficeArtist so I can see your drawings. You can also use the INC Kids hashtag or hashtag INC Kids Adventures. Hello again, INC Kids. Now that we're all energized from our active break, we're going to learn about a super important topic from our friend, Klay the koala.
Klay the koala.
Phew! Oh, hi INC kids. I'm Klay the koala. I'm new at skateboarding, so I wipe out a lot. And because accidents happen all the time, even to pros, it's important I wear this. And do you know what this is called? That's right, a helmet. This is my friend Micah.
Hi, Klay. Hi, fellow INC kids.
So Micah, do you always wear a helmet when you skateboard?
Definitely. You know, it's actually illegal in some parts of Canada to ride a skateboard, ride a bike, and more without wearing a helmet.
Same in Australia. Now let's show INC kids how to properly wear a helmet. According to Transport for New South Wales, Australia, allow 2 fingers between your eyebrows and your helmet. Ensure the straps join in a V just below your ears. Allow 2 fingers between the helmet strap and your chin. And now you are ready to have fun on your bike or skateboard. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and prayerful. Catch you later, mates.
Well, that's all the time we have for our adventure this week. Thank you for coming along for the journey. Join us next week and find out where we're headed next. Could it be your district? Oh, and before you go, you can find all these videos on our YouTube page at youtube.com/INCKids. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya. Bye-bye.